Hello. Welcome to the Blender Basics course. It's a free 3D creation program that's easy for the general public to use, and with continuous upgrades, it can replace expensive 3D programs. Its uses are limitless, including modeling, sculpting, animation, and digital painting. Recently, it won the Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards. Flow was created using Blender.
Every day, about 23,000 people start learning Blender for the first time.
Although it's a free program, its user base is growing, and it's being used in commercial films and advertisements. Let's learn the basics of Blender by modeling a nostalgic Sony cassette player. I'll explain it easily so that beginners can follow along. To learn Blender, first visit the official Blender website. Choose the LTS version that guarantees stable performance. It can be skipped for donations. It can be overwhelming for newcomers. You can consider donations once you fall in love with Blender. When you run Blender, a splash screen appears in the center of the screen. A list will appear with version information and options like General, 2D animation, sculpting, VFX, video editing, etc. You can then select the program format needed for your specific work. I will select General. Usually, the General mode is set as the default. Clicking on the Viewport, which is your video workspace, you can see camera and lighting cube object in the center of the screen. The Blender interface is primarily divided into the Viewport, which serves as the workspace. The outliner shows objects hierarchically. And there's the Properties panel, where you can input various values or apply effects, and select each object with a left mouse click. Pressing the A key on the keyboard will select everything. The border color of the selected objects changes. The shortcut keys and mouse clicks are displayed in the lower left, so just follow along. And while shortcut A means select all, the X key signifies delete. Let's briefly learn about the toolbar on the left. Pressing the shortcut key T will expand and collapse the toolbar. The arrow icon at the top is the select tool. If you press and hold, you'll find the tweak, select box, select circle, and select lasso. First, tweak allows you to select an object by left-clicking and moving it by dragging. The box tool lets you select by dragging the mouse in a rectangle shape. The circle select tool is used to select through circular points. At this point, if you press the hotkey C and scroll the mouse wheel, you can enlarge or reduce the selection size. Finally, the lasso tool allows you to select in a lasso shape, which is useful for selecting an object in tight spaces. Next is the 3D cursor. Select the cursor from the toolbar, and clicking the left mouse button in the viewport will move the cursor. Also, the cursor acts as one of the transform pivot points, serving as the reference for movement, scaling, and rotation. If you set the cursor as the pivot point, objects will rotate, scale up, or scale down around the cursor's position. Additionally, by moving the cursor, you can spawn or move objects to the cursor's location. Next is the Move tool. When you select an object, the X, Y, and Z axes appear, allowing you to move the object in each of those directions. Here, X, Y, Z refers to the directions in the viewport, distinguished by color. The left-right direction is indicated by the red X-axis. The front-back direction is indicated by the green Y-axis. The up-down direction is indicated by the blue Z-axis. When you're moving, rotating, or resizing an object, holding down Shift allows for more precise adjustments. However, be careful. If you press Shift first and then select an arrow, the object will move in all directions except the chosen axis. Selecting the rotation tool allows you to use the object's X, Y, and Z wheels. You can rotate objects with the mouse. This is the scale tool. When you select an object, the XYZ scale indicators appear. By selecting the desired axis and dragging, you can increase or decrease the size. Again, if you hold a shift first while dragging, you can adjust the size in the direction other than the selected axis. For example, if you first press shift and then drag the height, Z-axis, while holding the left mouse button, you can change the object's size in all directions except for its height. The Transform tool displays movement, rotation, and scaling symbols all together. Blender allows you to move, rotate, and resize objects not only through the toolbar menus, but also by using hotkeys. You can adjust movement with hotkey G for grab, rotation with hotkey R for rotation, and size with hotkey S for scale. Use the shortcuts in combination with the directions X, Y, and Z learned earlier in the viewport. For instance, combining the movement shortcut G with the directional indicators X, Y, Z means. As you can see, you can move objects. Rotation also uses the shortcut R combined with the directional keys X, Y, and Z. Pressing R twice allows for free movement with the mouse. Size can also be adjusted using the shortcut S combined with the keys X, Y. Z is used in combination. When the viewport directions get confused, refer to the coordinate system in the upper right. Modeling in Blender is the process of transforming objects. This can broadly be divided into transformations in object mode and edit mode. You can switch between object mode and edit mode in the upper right menu bar. You can also switch by pressing the Tab key as a shortcut. In object mode, the selected object is viewed as a single lump, and basic transformations such as moving, rotating, and scaling are performed. You can apply modifier effects that enable you to transform the object. In edit mode, you can select vertex, edge, or face mode. You can select vertices and edges to move, rotate, and scale them individually. You can create shapes using loop cut to divide and subdivide to create multiple faces. Bevel to smooth out straight lines. Inset causes faces to indents. Extrude allows shapes to protrude outwards, among other techniques. This is similar to the direct selection tool in Illustrator. For adjusting the overall size and rotation of the object, the indirect selection tool allows you to move points inside the object, similar to manipulating each individual point. You can effectively utilize object mode and edit mode for modeling. In Blender's viewport, there are designated number shortcuts depending on the view direction. The number pad shortcut 1 is for the front view, 3 is for the right view, and 7 is for the top view. The number pad 9 is for the bottom view from the floor. Holding the Ctrl key together reveals the opposite direction. You will find it easy to change views after just a single try. It takes time and effort to memorize and adapt to basic shortcuts, but recently I've been working with the help of Google AI Studio. Learning has become much easier. Turn on the stream feature and sharing my work monitor with AI. If you have questions about shortcuts or operations, ask, for example, like this.
How do I apply Bevel?
Google AI monitors the screen and provides immediate assistance. Give it a try. Additionally, by watching the screencast at the bottom left, you'll gradually become familiar. To model accurately in Blender, it's necessary to gather and examine various reference images. Search the internet to find images from different angles. If possible, obtaining blueprints from left to right and top to bottom will be more beneficial for modeling. Searching for the Sony cassette model I want will allow me to gather various references. I'll download this. And then I will search for and download PureRef. PureRef is a convenient program for gathering and referencing images. And I can group, enlarge, and so on, all for free. Now you can refer to PureRef in Blender while working. Copy the link provided in the video description below, paste it into the search bar, and download the front and side reference images. Now let's open Blender and start modeling. Click on the viewport and press shortcut A to select all, then press the X key. Delete everything. After that, press Shift plus A and click on the reference in the image item. The Shift plus a shortcut allows for various objects, lighting, cameras, and more. This is the shortcut for importing various elements used in Blender. Then navigate to the path where the downloaded file is saved and select the front image. Note that if the viewport direction is misaligned, the reference image will also be skewed. Press the X key to delete. Then press number pad 1. After positioning in front view, import the front image. I have now positioned the front image accurately. Press number pad 3 to move the viewport to the right side view. Press Shift plus A to import the side image. Then input the shortcut R and press X plus 90. And rotate the image. Now I have imported all images for the front and side views. Slightly adjust the positions and sizes of the front and side reference images. Align the height and size. After selecting the front image, press shortcut key G, then press Y. Move the image back a little. Move the side image to the left by entering the shortcut key G and then pressing X. If you want to move an object precisely, use the Move tool on the toolbar. Select the arrow in the desired direction. Press the left mouse button and drag. Check whether there is a 3D cursor in the center of the viewport. Now let's load the mesh object and start modeling. If you press Shift plus A and then select a cube in the mesh, an object will appear in place of the 3D cursor. You can check the front and side views by pressing the number pad 1 and 3 alternately. Pull the front reference image slightly forward. Let's move a little bit forward by pressing G plus Y. Blender's number key 5 can switch between perspective view, which expresses the viewpoint, and orthographic view, with the viewpoint removed. In an orthographic view without viewpoint distortion, remember to model to reference image. If images overlap, you can use X-ray mode to view the image from behind. X-ray mode shortcut key is Alt plus C in the orthographic view and X-ray state. Now let's press S to increase the size to match the frontal reference image. First, press S to adjust the left and right widths. Then press S and Z again to adjust the top and bottom sizes. Move to the right side of keypad number 3 again, X-ray mode. Also press S and Y to make the cube slimmer. The cube is now approximately the same size as the reference image. If you change the size of a mesh object in Blender, you must readjust its scale factor. This is called Apply. Pressing Ctrl plus A will give you the option to reset the object scale ratio. If you select Scale option, the object will be rescaled. You can check this by pressing N to activate the right tab. In this tab, you can check object information and you can control location, rotation, scale, actual size, etc. As you can see, if you usually change the size of the mesh object, the X, Y, and Z scale values change. If you apply the Apply option, all will be reset to 1. I'll show you why we reset the scale every time there's a change. Create a cube. Let's expand it left and right. And press Shift-D and copy. Shortcut Shift-D means copy. Now apply to the left object and without applying the right object. In both cases, apply Bevel in the modifier properties. The modifier panel allows you to apply various effects to objects. Bevel smooths the edges of an object. Now, if you compare the two objects, the bevel applied is different. Scale applied. While objects have uniform corner bevels, objects to which no apply scale is applied are unevenly represented. Applicable not only for beveling, but also for applying other effects. It can have an effect, so you need to apply it habitually. The corners of the reference image are slanted. As we saw earlier, the smooth expression of edges is called bevel. All objects in the real world have curves or bevels on their edges. Sharp infinite right angles can only be realized in theory or 3D graphics. A sense of reality is created only when an appropriate bevel is expressed. Blender can express various bevels. Both edit mode and object mode are available. You can express bevel on vertex in edit mode. There is an edge bevel that smooths the lines. There is a face bevel that gives a curve to the face. Bevel modifier can be applied in object mode. Back to modeling. As we learned earlier, let's check the scale of the object and create a bevel with slanted edges. Open the right sidebar with shortcut N and check the scale. The scale is wrong. Apply scale with Ctrl+A. X, Y, Z scale has changed to 1. You can switch between object and edit mode with the shortcut key tab. Press the shortcut key tab to enter edit mode. Press 2 and go to edge selection mode and select the top edge. Hold down Shift while selecting to make multiple selections. Turn on X-ray mode to easily select invisible areas. Select 4 edges and switch right side view. Press Ctrl+B and move the mouse to create in slope. It's bevel. Created a cube, transformed it, and applied bevel to create a similar to reference image. Next time, we will use various modeling techniques to complete the basic model of a cassette player. Thank you.